Hello, everyone. Ron here from L.T.L Tutoring Central, and it is story time again. And this time around, I'm doing the Olympian creation myth. It's relatively short, but it does have some challenging names in it. And I did look up the pronunciations and found several pronunciations for several of the names. So it's a little bit confusing. So I'm going to do my best to pronounce them. One of the versions that they supplied for me, and we'll have a look at this creation story. It might be the last creation story for a little while, unless I find some more to have a look at. I am on a search, and I'll see what else I come up with. If you know any creation stories, you can let me know, and we can add them to the playlist. Remember, there's a playlist for all of the read along or story time videos. There's a playlist for the collocations, there's a playlist for idioms, etc. So you can have a look at those as well. All right, let's have a look at the Olympian creation myth. Okay, here we go. The Olympian creation myth. At the beginning of all things, Mother Earth emerged from chaos and bore her son Uranus while she slept. Gazing down fondly at her from the mountains, he showered fertile rain upon her secret clefts, and she bore grass, flowers, and trees, with beasts and birds proper to each. This same rain made the rivers flow and filled the hollow places with water, so that lake and seas came into being. Her first children of semi-human form were the hundred-handed giants, Briareus, Gyges, and Cotus. Next appeared the three wild, one-eyed Cyclops, builders of gigantic walls and master smiths, formerly of Thrace, afterwards of Crete and Lycia, whose sons Odysseus encountered in Sicily. Their names were Brontes, Stereopes, and Argus, and their ghosts have dwelt in the caverns of the volcano Etna since Apollo killed them in revenge for the death of Asclepius. The Libyans, however, claim that Garamas was born before the hundred-handed ones, and that when he rose from the plain, he offered Mother Earth a sacrifice of sweet corn. There we have it, the Olympian creation myth. It's a little bit less rewarding, I think, than some of the other creation myths because it has a lot of references and names to other Greek myths and stories. So if you're not familiar with them, and I've forgotten many of them too, it's a little bit uh, less interesting, let's say. There's not as much meat there unless you go investigating all the other myths too. But it's still interesting to see how humanity has often come up with myths to explain creation. And then, of course, they came up with many myths to explain all of the natural phenomena that were not necessarily seen as natural phenomena in the day. And as we've learned more and more, some of those things have been explained scientifically rather than through mythology. But the myths and the stories are a great way for us to transfer knowledge as long as we don't overextend that and start abusing one another. But the stories can be fun and interesting. Uh, and then we can add our scientific knowledge as we learn more and more. Okay, it's Ron from L.T.L Tutoring Central. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you did like it, and click the notification bell. Check out the playlist like I mentioned before. And don't be afraid to check out my website. I'll put a link below, or the blog there as well. And if you have any questions or comments, if you're watching on YouTube, you can leave them below. Otherwise, you can contact me by email at any time. I always like to hear from people. Okay, bye-bye for now.